Good morning. My name is Stenson, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Unity Worship Service, Unity in Harlem, this Sunday, February 6th, Art of the Year 4003. Marie Poncé is going to open the service with a beautiful song that we all love, This Little Light of Mine. I'll be back with announcements. Then Orrin Hercules will read the daily word. The title is Dominion. Bob Poncé will lead us in the Unity in Harlem affirmation. And then we'll have another song with Marie, in preparation for meditation. Morning prayer, I Will Surrender by Karen Drucker. Reverend Carol will follow with her always beautiful centering meditation to prepare the way for the service. The title of the talk today is The Art of the Year 4403, The Art of Remembrance. We'll have a short musical interlude by Bob Poncé. Carol will lead us in prayer requests and then tithes and offerings. And Marie will be back with another song, More Than Enough, by Daniel Namad, rearranged by Marie. Carol will lead us in the prayer of protection, and we will close with the peace song.
All right, everybody. Let's stand to your feet because it's time to let your light shine. If you're laying down, then use both your hands and your feet and wiggle them around as we sing. Come on, as we sing this song, This Little Light of Mine, and I am going to let it shine no matter what, right? Let's do a little dance. Come on. Yay! Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Deep within my heart, deep within my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Deep within my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Deep within my heart, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Come on, stand to your feet. Come on, wiggle those toes. Let's do it. Come on, do a two-step. Let's go. Come on. I see you. Don't try it. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Harmony, I'm singing peace and harmony. I'm singing harmony. Oh, peace and harmony. Yeah. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shine, I'm gonna let it shine. Shine. Are you shining today? Come on. All right, here we go.
Marie, you are fabulous. Thank you.
Yay.
That was so much fun. Okay, just a few announcements. If you'd like to expand on this experience, there are several other formats during the week, so we invite you to join us. The first one actually is right after the service, and that's the fellowship time. Then on Tuesday evening, there's a study group from 6 to 8 p.m. Right now, we're reading Divine Audacity by Linda Martella Whitsett. It's a really wonderful opportunity to get to know people personally. And not at the same time that you're learning. Carol, as you know, is a wonderful teacher. And then on Friday evenings, there is a prayer circle from 7 to 8 p.m. And you can access all three of those through Zoom or by telephone. So the Zoom connection is 698-428-2725. By telephone, it's 929-205-6099. And the passcode for both is 777-7777. There are also Monday meditations for February that you can access by telephone. The number is 717-908-1837, and the passcode for that is 360392. On the Unity in Harlem Facebook page, you can find the Unity in Harlem Gospelgram for February. Anyone who would like to speak to the minister about a personal matter can feel free to call Reverend Carol at 648-481-1844. Next Sunday, we'll have a guest speaker, Brenda Glacé, who is the women's leader at the Nichiren Buddhism Center in Kew Gardens. And on Sunday, February 20th, there will be a special program for people of about people of African descent. At 10 a.m., the regular time for the service, Unity in Harlem volunteers present the heroes and sheroes who made history in 2021. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Orrin Hercules with the reading of the Daily Word.
Daily Word for February 6th. Dominion. Claiming dominion. I am calm and confident. I am a powerful spiritual being endowed with dominion, the authority to take command of my thoughts, words, and actions. Even as I work to change my circumstances, I remember I am not constrained by what is happening around me. Claiming dominion, I choose my response to all situations. I live with poise and confidence. I claim dominion over my thoughts and feelings. When I recognize limiting thoughts, I train myself to affirm my spiritual power and freedom. Divine wisdom guides me. As I feel the strength of the indwelling Christ's presence, moment by moment, thought by thought, as I use my dominion to establish a positive, fulfilling direction for my life. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion." Genesis 1:26.
blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take the higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. I don't live behind those walls every day. I walk a higher path each and every moment, every day. I let go of habits and regret that used to hold me down. Yes, I surrender into trust every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you for that rendition of something that we can always be reminded of. Our morning prayer when we awaken. And good morning to everyone. To all those who are with us and listening, good morning. As we begin this month of celebration of 403 years on the soils of America. We can take that thought now into these moments of quiet. We can settle ourselves into our seats, into our lounge chairs, settle ourselves so that nothing distracts us as we prepare our mind and heart to be in the quiet, to reflect, and yes, celebrate this month of people of African descent. Many images may come to mind as we simply let go and remember. Remember. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and remove all distractions. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Connect with your breath. Connect with the rhythm of your breath. Settle down in such a way that you can hear your own sound. I breathe in, I breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. How good it is to simply get still, breathe in, and breathe out. Let all cares be lifted off your shoulder. Let all concerns be set aside for the moment. Think only of your breathing. As you breathe in and out, you can set thoughts aside. You can set them at the door and leave them there for the moment. Your thoughts, the many things on your mind, things to do later, tomorrow, people you're concerned about. Whatever the thoughts, just set them aside. And should they continue to intrude, simply breathe. Go back to the breath and breathe in and breathe out. And let that only be your thought. Think of your body, your physical body, the inner feelings of your body, for any place uncomfortable, for any feelings that are tense or strained. Search for them and then breathe in and send the breath to those places. And feel the energy of the breath as those places relax. Again, send the breath. Breathe in and exhale, relaxing the body, relaxing the emotions. You sink deeper into your seat. You release and let go. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. And now breathe in deeply. Fill your lungs. And exhale. Again, breathe in deeply. Fill your lungs. Hold the breath. for 5. And then exhale slowly for 7. And breathe in deeply. Fill your lungs. Hold the breath for 5. Exhale slowly for 7. Return to normal breathing. Open your mind and heart to remembering. Remembering who you are as a child. Remembering the words, the Father and I are one. Hear the words, the Lord your God is one. I am one with the one. I remember who I am. I open my heart and I see the light that I am, the light I bring to the world. I remember I am light. Light goes before me, preparing my way, eliminating any darkness. There are no shadows. I walk in light. All I see, they are the light. Born in the image and likeness of the Creator. I remember I am love. Love is my name. I breathe in love and exhale love. In the light of love, I am compassion. In the light of love, I am harmony. I am one with the Creator. I am light. I am love. I am compassion. I am harmony. I now bask in this radiance of who I really am. I see with light. I am love. I let light and love flow through me now. I am open and I am receptive. I carry forth who I am. I am one with the Creator. I take a deep breath and release the breath. I breathe in deeply again. And exhale. I feel renewed and refreshed. I am ready. I am ready for all the good that I am. And know it all in the consciousness of our way shower, Jesus the Christ. Amen. Welcome again, friends. It is good to begin this year, 2022, in the full experience of remembering the life of a people, as well as remembering the inner life of a people that have brought us thus far. We have much to be thankful for. And some might even say we can show some pride in the many that have gone before us, those who started out and made a decision not to continue, didn't complete the trip, and those who came and survived from one generation to another generation to another generation, and to the generation we represent and the generation we can see in our mind's eye that comes after us. For some of us, there are a lot of collective memories that we have been told about, we have read about. Then there are many of us who are limited in memories and haven't collected many memories of those past generations. But in looking at the word memories and remembering, we can realize that the mind as we know it, that takes in information, it's not negative or positive. It just takes in what it sees, hears, feels, and the other senses. Whatever happens around us in the outer world that we're told about, that we know about, we are invited to remember, to give the experiences all it needs to be important to us, or not as a memory. We can choose to say, I remember, or I choose not to remember. And in just ordinary living, there are things that happens where I'm sure many of us have said, oh, these are some memories are better forgotten. They're of no use. Or I was a part of that memory and I just want to forget it. And some would love to hold on forever, some memories in every detail. It felt good, it looked good. Have you ever given thought to how memories are stored and for what purpose? And having a conversation with one of my favorite doctors, Dr. Google, I found the mind is set to remember in basically 3 categories. I probably learned this a long time ago and forgot all about it. And so the 3 categories, or the 3 ways of remembering, the first one is called encoding. Encoding with an E. Take information and begin to process it in 3 separate ways. We encode visually what we see. We hold it as a picture in our mind. We encode acoustically what we hear. And we know what that sound is and hold on to it. And then we encode semantically. We make a form of it. We give it meaning. For instance, I remember learning how to remember a person's name when leading a meeting as they introduced themselves sitting around a table. I would quickly draw the shape of the table and place the name on the table as each person shared. Then when responding to something, I would take a quick glance and I could call their name. It was great. And I still use that sometimes. Or in a more social setting, I could create a series of associations. So if a person said their name was Millie, for instance, immediately I can associate Millie with someone else, maybe someone else I know whose name is Millie, or someone whose the first letter of their name starts with M, or let's say my favorite fast food, McDonald's. You get the idea. Association. And that helps me to remember. I have used that over and over and over again. When I get lazy, I say to myself, oh shucks, I just heard that person's name and I can't remember. And then I go to the second step. I store the information, keeping the information so that I can recall it at a later time. And so those examples were like short term, later time, and not really related to long term, unless, of course, I made up my mind to relate to a person or a place over time. And then the third of how the mind deals with remembering, retrieving, keeping it in my mind and accessing it when I want to, when I need to. Now that has its positives and negatives. I can have a memory, store it away, and then I can call it forth for many, many, many different reasons. See a person, call it forth and say, I remember when so-and-so did so-and-so, or the opposite. The beauty of defining memory in this way supports the notion of who we are as spiritual beings. When we think about the teachings of truth, encoding is actually our spiritual essence. Think about it. We're already encoded from the moment of creation. Before we entered this realm of experience, we are encoded right along with all of creation, encoded with the perfection we already are. In other words, we already have the information to process visually, acoustically, and semantically, spiritually. So, how have you used your encoded reality? According to our teachings, we have arrived here with our divine identity intact. We don't have to repair it. We don't have to go looking for it somewhere. The art of remembrance are the steps outlined earlier of how we use our personal encoding spiritually. When I say we arrive with our divine identity, is another way of saying we arrive fully human and fully divine. Fully human, fully divine. And then we have the tools for a lifetime to visualize, hear, then give form to the encoding. We then move on, keeping this dimension so that it can be recalled at a later time. Sometimes right in the moment, other times for the long haul. For there are memories where our spiritual identity must be called forth regularly, wholeheartedly, deliberately. Finally, we decide what meaning we will give to this last step of this three-part memory processing, encoding, storing, and retrieving. We have heard of memories that individuals have attempted to forget after a horrific experience. Depending on the type, like those who go through survivor's guilt, for instance, a sort of PTSD. Then there are those who have affected groups of people, and the only way to forget is to remember over and over again until the art of remembering becomes a healing process. Then there are other group atrocities that are attempted to be wiped from the memory of the collective to the extent the group affected handles their art of remembrance by adopting the best of the present moment and continuing to forget what they did not remember. There is a story of a young girl on her way to NYU on the morning of September 11, 2011. Traveling on the F train from Queens, she was happy on this cloudless day. She had plans with her girlfriends after to go to a concert that evening. It did not stay that way, of course. Her father worked in the area of the Twin Towers. Her father survived. However, she suffered from survivor's guilt for 20 years. She says the events of 9/11 changed her. I spent hours on that nightmarish Tuesday wondering what life would be like without my dad. I saw people covered with dust running in the opposite direction of the destruction, while solemn-faced firefighters drove toward it. My guilt is triggered by photos of the towers burning while scrolling Instagram or watching Twitter clips of humans falling from the sky alongside office supplies. 20 years later, I still felt an everlasting connection to the children I watched on TV, holding up photos of their loved ones, their fathers. 20 years later, it feels like being part of a group bonded by grief and guilt. Here are some of the steps our heroine took to let go of her guilt, her memory, as she talked with her father. Recognized she was just a kid. Basically, she was just a kid. She was encouraged to hug the teenage child she was. Hug her, forgive her, love her. Remember what her father hoped for and accept what she missed. This is what he said. He wanted her to have a full college experience at NYU. He wanted her to catch live shows outside the World Towers. He wanted times to remember when they would meet for lunch. For 20 years, she thought it would be terrible to lean into that. For 20 years, she couldn't allow herself to think that way. Her father survived. So many other fathers did not. So for the 20th anniversary in 2021, she thanked God for another bonus year with her father. She listened again to the names of those lost, and she allowed herself to take in, clutch the kids whose parents did not come home, close to her heart, and love them. No more guilt, no more shame. She gave herself the grace, and some would say she gave herself permission to unplug from her own never-ending pseudo-commemorative scroll. She made it up. And simply feel what she would feel. That's all. There is another story in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy 6. The chapter opens with what Moses calls command laws and decrees that God wanted to make clear as the Hebrews are being prepared to cross the Jordan River to possess the land they are about to inhabit is for them, their children, and the next generation, and the next generation. The first thing that they are told and made clear is, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Have no other gods before me." Oh, how many times have we heard that? "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one." Now it's about to happen, just as your fathers promised you. Fathers? Yes. Just as your fathers promised you. This is the memory. When you know yourself as one with God, you are to enjoy life and have none before you. You will have increase in your land that'll be given to you, overflowing with milk and honey. Good stuff. Impress this on your children, what the fathers promised. Talk about what was promised in your home. Talk about it when out walking. Talk about it when you lie down. Talk about it when you get up. Create symbols for your hands, your foreheads, your door frames, your houses and gates. This is what the fathers told them. This is what is promised. God promised this. In fact, the scriptures say was sworn. God swore this to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That promise of the fathers is for all of us. The art of remembrance in year 403 is to remember and repeat it over and over again in every area of your life. That's what they were saying to them. Don't forget. Remember. And remember in everything you do and everywhere, every place you go. That instruction to them is the instruction to us. We are to remember and repeat it over and over and over. I'm reminded of Marie, repeating it over and over and over. It's for all of us, those instructions. Forgiveness. Hug yourself. Accept the way it happened. Accept the way it happened. Whatever the fathers promised will be yours and ours someday. Whatever they promised. The challenge to all of us is to what extent do we practice and repeat the art of remembrance in year 403? Do we take those Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob promises they received from God as our promises? Is it only to one, or is it universal? And in today's time, we might remember MLK's words. We might remember them as a promise or just great oratory. The Lord our God is one. To words to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the same source for MLK. The promise of our fathers is no different than the promise of the fathers of old. When I liberate myself, I liberate others. Fannie Lou Hamer. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. MLK from his book, Beloved Community. We must join with tens of millions all over the world who see peace our most sacred responsibility. Paul Robeson. Real education means to aspire to live more abundantly, to learn to begin with life as they find it. Learn to begin with life as they find it and make it better. Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro. You are not, and yet you are. Your thoughts, your deeds, above all, your dreams still live. W.B. Du Bois. Let us to the press devoted be. Basically, let's be devoted to the press. Let us to the press devoted be. Its light will shine and speak us free. Its light will shine and speak us free. David Ruggles. We are called to constantly shake off the disappointment, the traumas, and remember the good in the present moment. Take from our heroine, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, MLK, Fannie Lou Hamer, Carter G. Woodson, David Ruggles, and so many other fathers. Then talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Remember it. Remember it. Remember it. Blessings, my friends. Let us enter into a time of prayer. Let each of us request the prayer of our own heart. In this time of remembering. As we remember, our hearts are full of the voices and faces of those who have gone before us. Those who are famous, not famous, family members, all who spoke truth to power. We open our requests and lay it before the altar of our heart and know our desire is being met even before we request it. And so we hold in our mind's eye our ministry and all those who are with us, this circle of energy that we feel now. We bless these requests and see the requests of remembering, growing and being shared. We give thanks for this opportunity. And we give thanks for all that has gone before us, all the lives, all the requests, all the change, all the good that has manifested. And we see more good unfolding, for our requests are alive as we retrieve and store more. We say thank you and know it in the name of the Christ. Amen. Our time of sharing is now. When we think of the resources we have been blessed with, we bring them to the altar of our heart and see our gift and offer it with love and thanksgiving. We give thanks for all that we give and all the lives that are touched through Unity in Harlem. And so we thank each of you as you give thanks in this giving and receiving experience, this flow that never ends, giving and receiving. On our screen is our prayer for our love offering. I will say it, and then you will repeat it with me after. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. Shall we know it together? Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. And so it is.
There is more than enough in the universe that you created. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see. And all that will ever be is your infinite love, infinite love. Let my soul know the truth, whatever I choose to do. Your infinite love will prove more than enough, more than enough. There is more than enough in the universe that you created. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see. And all there will ever be is your infinite love. Let my soul know the truth, whatever I choose to do. Your infinite love will prove more than enough, more than enough. More. No lack, no doubt. More than enough, more than enough on a planet of sacred design. More than enough.
Isaiah 55 verse 11 says, "So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it." Unity affirmations speak to the power of our words, and particularly the power of I am. And so we say this affirmation every Sunday to affirm our divine nature. The words are on the screen, and I invite you to say them with me. I am an abundant, radiating center of God's love and light for peace, healing, and inner truth for all.
All right. Okay.
Well,
Before we,
difficulty, but
before we start the prayer protection, I had said something, but I didn't see the chat. And I wanted to say something about the song that you sang, More Than Enough. That too is an affirmation given by Spirit, that we have more than enough. Regardless of what we see and feel, we have more than enough to do what is ours to do. And the words of the fathers to us is that there's more than enough. And it comes to us as we practice the very things that are suggested in Deuteronomy. So thank you.
you're so right, Carol. And then just the realization that not only do we have more than enough, but we actually are more than enough. And we act like we're not.
Right.
We have trauma in our lives. It's great
Right.
to share it and
And it's
get past it that
trauma,
way.
but it's also the condition of our world now,
Mhm.
and how people are forgetting that we have more than enough, and we've been promised we've been promised the land filled with milk and honey.
Mm.
That's where it's expressed. It means that all the good, we've been promised that. The fathers have promised it by what they heard from Spirit. Now we must carry that forth. What do we hear?
Mm. You're so right. So correct. And in that space, there are no regrets. Even
Absolutely.
if what happened to you was so amazingly what it was.
So we don't want to be as the young lady in the story, holding on to something that's a false scenario.
Right.
Years, or 30 years, or 40 years, or 50 years.
Yeah, it's a tool of healing for other people. It becomes that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Shall we now do the prayer of protection?
Absolutely. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God
Watch
watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and
and
all is
is
always well.
amen.
Amen.
So we look for everyone to join us after our service, after we sing the peace song.
Yay. Let's sing the peace song, everybody. Hands together, in our minds at least. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family, all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Amen.
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 For all.
All
I
right.
agree.
All right.
Join us on
See
our
ya.
Zoom call and we can talk some more about it.
All right.